Hey guys, it's me, Delicious Delights. Welcome to my channel. Today is part 2 of my fall fragrances to fall in love with. I have already done my designer list of fall fragrances, so I can link that for you guys in the description box if you haven't seen it yet. But now I'm going to be talking about niche fragrances. I have chosen 6 today that I'll be rocking this season, probably also a little bit in the winter too. But let's begin, shall we? So the first one is something that I've talked about a lot on my channel over the years. This one I never ever get tired of. I love this. It's like every time the fall winter season comes around, I look forward to wearing this. This is from the house of Maison Lancome. This is Oud Bouquet. So you guys know all about this fragrance. It's super popular now. Yeah, I don't know what else to say more other than it's a beautiful oud rose fragrance. Very sweet, very pungent, very intense in your face, bold. People will definitely smell you around you. You will get attention, I'm sure. It's just such a very striking fragrance that is an attention getter for sure, as I already said. It's just so rich and dark and warm and deep, and it's just such a beautiful fragrance. For me, I go very easy on the trigger with this one because it can be a little bit cloying if you spray a lot. And for me, 3 sprays of this, whenever I've worn it lately, 3 sprays is like even too much for me now. So I just go 1 spray at the back of my neck and it's totally fine. I still smell myself throughout the entire day. And yeah, I just will, I'll be rocking this definitely. I just love it so much, and I loved it back then and I still love it just as much today now. So Oud Bouquet, a Maison Lancome, the older, beautiful golden bottle with the rose mosaic pattern. I'm really looking forward to that one. The next one here is from the house of Serge Lutens. This is a gourmand fragrance. I would probably say that this is my favorite from the entire house. This is called Jeux de Peau. Okay, so Jeux de Peau. Oh, you guys, it's so good. Jeux de Peau smells like... Okay, it smells like bready, really bready, like a warm, sweet bread. Very buttery, delicious. Oh, you guys. I think there's some licorice in here I'm getting sometimes. And also, sometimes when I wear this, not all the time though, but sometimes I do smell buttered popcorn when I wear it. I guess it depends maybe on the weather outside, or I don't know, depending on how my nose is picking up notes. But sometimes I get a warm buttery bread with like a whole bunch of butter poured all over the top of it. Sometimes I get buttered popcorn. It's like a bakery scent too. It's just such a yummy, sticky, delicious gourmand scent. Very warm as well. Ah, you guys. My favorite from the house of Serge Lutens, and so good. All right. Oh, by the way, I'm curious, just like as a side note, I'm curious what your favorite Serge Lutens fragrance is. Just let me know in the comments. I'm just curious what you guys like the most. Okay, so the next one here is a new purchase of mine. This is a very unusual fragrance. It's definitely not a safe blind buy. It's not an easy to wear fragrance, but it is definitely one of the most interesting scents that I've smelled for the entire year. And I haven't really talked about I haven't really talked about this line very much, but honestly, I've been testing, sorry, I showed it already. I've been testing this line from Lush on and off for quite a while now. they don't give samples, so I literally have to go to the store in Amsterdam to be able to test their line, and I'm just like blown away every single time I go. So this time I picked up a fragrance called Tank Battle. This is new in their collection, released sometime this year. I'm not sure exactly when. Such a weird fragrance. Really, really weird fragrance, but oh my gosh. It impressed me so much, you guys. Every time I smell this, and when I've tested it, I was like I like speechless. Like, what is this thing? So let's get this on a paper so you can see the color. I'm not sure if it's showing up. When I sprayed it, it's like a really dark color. So I'm not sure how it will be on white clothing. I've never tried it yet. I've only tried it on dark clothing and it's fine. But this is called Tank Battle from Gorilla Perfumes from Lush. This is from their Black Label collection, so it might be limited limited availability depending on where you live. I have access to this in Amsterdam, so I'm quite lucky, but I'm not really sure where else it's available in selected Lush stores. So Tank Battle. I do want to give this one a full review as well sometime in the future, so I won't get too much into it. But I will say that it is such a strange fragrance. It might put you off a little bit, but in a nutshell, it smells like Bazooka Joe gum. Taking like a whole big bunch or whole big bag of Bazooka Joe gum already unwrapped and like burying it in like soil after a rain. So it has a soil, earthy soil scent to it. Maybe some patchouli, maybe some vetiver, you know, that kind of earthy vibe that it has. Is very, very dark. And a little bit muddy too. So it sounds weird. Yeah, it is really weird, but I really enjoy it a lot for some reason. That bubblegummy Bazooka Joe smell in here really does make it a lot more sweeter, kind of a weird mix between two things you wouldn't normally mix together, bubblegum and dirt. But that's basically what Tank Battle is, and I absolutely love it. And I like how it caters to my weird side of my personality, I guess. Okay, so that's Tank Battle. That's the third one. All right, so the next one I'll be wearing this season is a coffee fragrance from the house of Atelier Cologne. This is called Café Tuberosa. So I've talked about this one a little bit in the past here and there. Oh yeah, this is such a good fragrance. So Café Tuberosa opens with like dark roasted coffee beans right at the opening. Really, really intense, really strong. And it does die down a lot after that into a floral, like tuberose, kind of powdery scent. And it does remind me a lot of Tom Ford's Noir de Noir. So it's not exactly the same, but they are kind of similar. So if you like Noir de Noir, but you want maybe, if you can imagine Noir de Noir, less intense, less strong, but with a big dose of coffee at the top, this one is definitely something to try. So Café Tuberosa by the House of Atelier Cologne. Yummy. Super, super yummy. And I absolutely love it, you guys. Obviously. Okay, next up, we have a fragrance. And you guys are going to be surprised by this, I think. Because this house is a house that I've not been a fan of for many, 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 many years. Let's say like 5 years. Like everything I test from this house, it just didn't work for me. And that house is Mancera. And I think that I would say Mancera, Montel, I would group that in one house because they are pretty much the same house. Correct me if I'm wrong. But Mancera, yeah, it's been a house that I struggled with for such a long time. This one is called Velvet Vanilla. I have a travel size here. Got this one in when I visited Paris some years ago. Collected dust for a very long time, but decided recently to bring it out. I would say in the past few months and wear it. And you know what, guys? I actually really, really love it now. Believe it or not. So Velvet Vanilla. These cute little travel sizes, they're awesome. Here you go. Velvet Vanilla is a very strong and intense, sweet floral scent. To me, it's kind of bubblegummy as well, but it's backed up with a big dose of tuberose and other florals and vanilla, of course. And it just feels so big and so robust, really loud. It lasts forever on my skin and on my clothing. It's absolutely insane. And I just absolutely love this one. I did not like anything from this house, but this is definitely my favorite from the house of both Mancera and Montel. I'll probably review it, hopefully. I have so many things to review. Big list. Hopefully I can review this more in depth, but oh my gosh, you guys. Really, really sweet tuberose scent, vanilla, and really makes me feel like a woman, like big time. Velvet Vanilla. All right, so I have one more to go, you guys. This is from the house of MDCI. Talked a little bit about this last year. I think this was actually in my fall list last year or my winter list. And I haven't talked about it so much at all since then. But here it is again. This is MDCI, Les Indes Galantes. I don't have the fancy bust on top. I just have the regular gold cap with the tassel, which is totally fine with me. Yeah, I don't know why I don't really talk about this. I guess it just gets lost in all the other things that I wear and talk about, but I've loved this back then and I love this still now. Like, I like to wear this more in cooler weather, not so much in warmer weather, but I'm so excited to be wearing this again. Les Indes Galantes, basically in a nutshell, is like a sweet cinnamon, woody vanilla scent, very warm and cozy, very gourmand as well. Sweet. It smells super expensive and classy to me, and I just think it's perfect. It's not super loud or anything. It is more of a scent for myself, but when I do smell it on myself, like as I wave my hands while I talk, I get whiffs of it, and I'm just like, every time I whiff it, I like fall in love. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's such a beautiful, beautiful smell. Very subdued scent, but I just love it. You have to be close up to be able to smell it. But like I said, when I do smell it, I'm like, it's so good. So Les Indes Galantes by MDCI. That's the last fragrance in this list for fall fragrances, niche fragrances that I'll be wearing this season. So anyways, I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know which niche fragrances you'll be wearing this season in the fall. I'd love to hear it. Maybe some of your opinions on the fragrances that I talked about today would be cool too. And yes, thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back with more videos soon. Take care. Bye-bye.